Don't drive angry. Well, it's hard not to when you're listening to the Nice Guys on Business.
He's now doing it. Everybody's getting around the... What the fuck? How the hell did they do that?
Right?
How? What? No, they didn't even touch the car. They just put it up and put it down again.
What are we going to do today? Same thing we do every day, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Oh, and listen to the Nice Guys on Business podcast, of course. It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Must be time for the Nice Guys on Business podcast. Need an education on how to grow your business? The Nice Guys are here to help. Learn about great customer service, networking, and how just being nice can help you prosper. Now, here are your hosts, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
I would just like to state for the record, I'm glad that you were running mad like I am today.
It's a bit nuts. It is definitely a crazy day today.
So, Nice Guy community, how many of you can relate to going from meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting? I don't know that. Thank God I have a big paper cup next to my desk because I think I had to pee in that cup today. I feel like that could have been the case, but fortunately my bathroom is very close by.
It's also very funny how everything is relative because I'm looking at your calendar today.
Yeah.
And let's see, I see one. Now, Doug Dvorak, did that one happen?
Yep.
Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4 meetings today.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, that is 4 meetings.
One was an hour.
Yes.
Okay. One was 30 minutes.
The hour one, by the way, ran over.
Okay. And then 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Is that right?
Yes, that is exactly right.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's like a crazy slammed out of your 8-hour day. You got 2.5 hours booked up. I hear you, my brother. That's a crazy day.
Who is the fool that has a full-time job in addition to doing this job, Strickland Bonner?
Dude, I'm not complaining. It's just very funny because everything is relative.
Well, look at my schedule yesterday is the example too. I mean, doesn't that seem like there's a lot of things on the schedule?
Let's see. I see a 30-minute meeting at 12, right? And then there is the pro podcast. So there's an hour meeting there and then 30 minutes and a break and 30 minutes and an hour break and then 30
Strickland,
minutes. So
I need time to mix my cocktails. I don't have any time to do that. I like to be able to go out and make sure that my cats are in the yard and haven't jumped the fence into peril out there. There's a lot of things in addition to what's on my schedule. That's just the meetings that I have. How about there's a Trader Joe's run that has to take place. There's all sorts of things. I got to do the fire watch. Shit, there's like 18 fires that are building around my home.
I haven't heard much about how is JJ doing? Her birthday week is coming up. And I've heard nothing lately from her.
We haven't been talking about that yet. We haven't been talking about that yet.
Too early for birthday week?
Yeah, it's too early.
Because that's like March, right?
Yeah, it's coming up.
But you haven't, don't you usually have to plan like months ahead because you do big trips?
I'm sure that we do. We just haven't.
So are you saying that no planning has been done, or you just have not heard about what is being planned yet?
That is great perspective. I'm going to go with the answer yes. I don't know the answer to that question. I should know the answer to that question, shouldn't I?
No, I'm just curious. I don't.
Like,
what has been in the past? Have you been involved in the planning, or have you just heard about it at some point?
I typically, I try to get as involved as I'm able to without sticking too much of my opinion into, how I am with. Look, you and I are different from the perspective of. You like to travel, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you don't mind it. You actually like look forward to it and you engage travel and you get excited about it. I get excited about it when I'm there, but everything else, I got to get my brain into a different mindset when it comes to planning and arranging and paying and doing all the things that have to be done before that I don't want to do.
But it sounds like JJ likes to do the planning, right?
I think that's just by default because I don't.
Oh, so in other words, you don't think that she actually enjoys it. She just does it because out of necessity.
100%.
Oh,
That is
interesting.
exactly how it is. The design fits the function. It's like, okay, well, somebody's got to do it. Better you than me, because I probably won't. I probably wouldn't do it.
Hmm. Okay. I mean, I enjoy the planning part of it too, to some extent, depending on how
You do.
complicated the
You know what?
travel
One of the
is.
things I remember so much about our trips to Las Vegas, other than the blurry fog of drunken stupor I recall, you just really enjoyed it. I remember some of those planning meetings. You would talk about the dinners and where we're going, and you would make arrangements for the shows, and you were always involved in the hotel, and definitely involved in the process. Like, you even got so detailed with, when you stand in line, here's what you're going to do, or you're not going to stand in line here because we're going to have who did you used to have, like, a VIP guy,
Like
didn't you?
you're cut the line passes and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you ate that shit up.
Mm-hmm.
And you not only did it, but you did it well, and you did it with enthusiasm. You would be the first guy on the party bus and the last one to drag the drunken guy off the party bus, which typically wasn't me, fortunately. But God, all of that shit that we used to do. God, can you believe that? That seems like a whole different lifetime ago.
I know. It's like, I can't even believe that we lived to tell the tale.
All of
Mm-hmm.
those party buses. I mean, the groups kept getting bigger.
Well, the thing with the 4-star trips is they started to get crazy when we brought the DJs along, right? Not you, but Glide and Fresh and
Oh,
his
yeah.
team. And
Yeah.
oh my God, those guys partied hard.
Yeah, well, what happened was they didn't have the same connection to the ownership team they went to party.
Mm-hmm.
We went, there was a level of partying that was involved, of course, but there was also a level of, you know what? This is where we get so much shit done. I cut my deal with Pizzazz and the DJ company in the pool of the Mandalay Bay. I don't even remember what year it was, like 2001 or 2002, something like that. But
Yep.
I recall the business that went down there. Those other guys that came, the DJs that came, they just wanted to just, do their thing and not even participate in any of it. I mean, we didn't
Totally.
invite them to participate in that shit,
Yeah.
but that was their thing.
Yeah, we got a lot of work stuff done during the day on those trips. I think they were very successful. So
Some of
welcome
my
back. Welcome back.
Oh, yeah, good.
My name
So,
is Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler. I'm
Hey.
definitely been a busy
Dragon?
day, and I wanted to make sure I didn't forget that.
What, that you were a busy day? Oh no, that you wanted to make sure that you said that
Hey,
you
welcome
said
back.
that.
Welcome back.
I remember all of the things that we did in the buffet, the all you can eat buffet. We'd get there at like 11 o'clock before dinner, before breakfast was being served, and we'd stay till like 4 o'clock. We'd have
Oh my
breakfast and
God.
lunch.
Like we would get, that, especially like you mentioned Mandalay Bay. I fucking love the buffet at Mandalay Bay
Yep.
and the one at Rio when it was newer. Whew. Man, I have not been to a buffet in I don't even know how long in Vegas, and I go very often.
I have this new app on my phone, and I'm about to take off the notifications. It's called Watch Duty, and Watch Duty is a fire app. All right, or maybe it's an emergency evacuation app. But there is it tells you of all of the fires, and right now, California has two seasons, basically: fire season and earthquake season, right?
Right.
So right now it's fire season, and maybe there have been an excessive amount of fires this year, and there probably has been, just because of the lack of rain that we have gotten. But this app goes off probably 10 times a day with just an update or a new fire that sparks up. And there's been fires. There's, like, right now there are two fires. One is a 50-acre fire, which seems like it's a lot. Doesn't it seem like it's a lot? Of 50-acre fire? It seems like that's a lot.
Relative to California, I mean, geez, you guys have had.
Well, so this
yeah.
Laguna fire, which is the 50-acre fire, is relatively close. I mean, it's probably within 30 or 45 minutes of our home. But I'm looking at the map, it's in like an area that's pretty close to the ocean. So and there's a big city between us and and the fire. So I can't imagine it going through the city. But there's another fire called the Hughes fire, and it takes the 50 acres and it completely dwarfs it. This is a 10,200 acre fire
Jesus,
right now
that's insane.
that's going on. And it hasn't hopped the 5, which is the big route that runs north south in here in California, a little bit further east than the 101, which runs on the western side. Anyway, the fire has not hopped the highway. This is about an hour from our house, and it's pretty big. I mean, you could smell the smoke a little bit last night. This morning, the winds had changed, so it was sunny and bright here. But there's so many fucking fires that are between the Palisades fire, which was a huge fire, which destroyed thousands of homes, especially like a lot of the like the Stars Malibu homes and that kind of thing. So it's got a lot of notoriety because of that, and because it destroyed. It happened in such a populated area. But it's like, this is fucking nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
We have not been evacuated. I am here. Just so you know.
How do they name these things?
I don't know. It's very. I'm looking for the Doug fire. I don't see it.
The Doug fire.
I'm thinking it's named after the arsonist that sets the blaze. I don't really know. I don't know. It must have something to do with maybe the origin of it. Hold on. Where? Let's see. The Hughes fire. Oh, Lake Hughes Road. So the Hughes fire was started right along Lake Hughes Road in it's in the same county that we're in, which gets to be a little bit scary when it hits the county that you're in. Anyhow, that being said, that was not my excuse for why I don't have any topics, because I rarely have any, but I don't have any topics today.
Yeah.
But that won't stop me from talking ad nauseum for the next 45 minutes, I'm sure.
Oh, that's good, because I don't have any topics either.
All right. I do want to talk. We do have a couple of voicemails, I think, that are in the voicemail box, maybe.
We do have a couple.
The other thing I wanted to ask your advice on, and we can talk about this without using any names here, because this is a name, or this is a podcast that we have brought up in the past as the biggest pain in the ass that we have ever had as a client.
Oh, that's so funny, because I was just thinking of another topic that has to do with this same podcast, but please continue.
Oh, okay. So this is maybe some of the business advice is going to fall out on this. I don't know. We're just gonna bitch a little bit because we're two whiny pussies.
That's what we do.
Maybe that's why. So we had an agreement with a client to launch their podcast as we so often do. And it's very rare that we have somebody that is not happy with our service for whatever level of unhappiness. But in this particular case, I think we worked as hard as we could to make this client happy, and this client was never satisfied. This client decided, I believe we didn't fire them. I believe they fired us. Is that correct?
Yeah, technically, but it was really close. We were ready to do it ourselves too.
So this client decided that she did not any longer want to hire us for our services. So she decided she was going to take her services elsewhere, or maybe put the idea of launching a podcast on hiatus and not do it. So didn't fulfill her commitment, although we were willing to fulfill the commitment. Didn't fulfill the commitment of launching the show with us, nor did she fulfill the commitment of the year-long engagement that we discounted her launch fee with in order for her to produce her show. Mm-hmm. So we are now probably well more than a year after this whole thing transpired, and she came back to us today, not for services, but to ask us to do us a favor, to do her a favor. Mm-hmm. My first thought was, no fucking way am I going to do anything for this person. So then I sent to you, before I responded, no fucking way am I said, no, I'm no better, because I know my ire gets up sometimes. I'm just going to email Strickland and find out what his advice is. You answered her question, not to her directly, but to me. You basically said, here's what she needs to do.
Right. And it's pretty simple.
Pretty simple. I didn't respond to her, so I don't know the answer. I have questions about the response that we were going to send to her, because there was more follow-up, I'm sure. But I'm like, why do I want to even respond to her email? That's the first thing I was thinking. So this, like in general, what is your feeling about fulfilling a promise or doing something for somebody that did not fulfill an obligation that they had for us?
It really is all about, to me, it's like not cost versus benefit, but it's like it was such, in this particular case, it's such an easy, quick answer. And it really takes no effort or very little effort on our part. And I'm like, fuck it, just let bygones be bygones. If there was something that she was asking for that would, have taken us a lot of time or energy,
Right.
I would have said no. She did not earn that from us.
Okay.
But to be an asshole just for the sake of being an asshole because we like, it's water under the bridge.
Yeah, I know. Even the fact that I'm thinking about it means I probably want to do the right thing rather than just delete the email. Yeah. I'm sorry. I should have just put it. I just should have, when she decided that she was going to go the other way and not use our services anymore, I should have just set up a filter on a responder. If ever she sends me an email again, just respond F off in the response. Can you do that? Anyway, what did you want to talk about as it relates to her?
Oh, it was actually a different customer. It's one of our current customers. And it's not a direct complaint about the customer. It's actually the guest. As you know, there are podcast hosts and guests who they'll have a phrase, right? Like if they're trying to think of what it is they want to say.
Yeah.
And instead of just pausing, they will throw a word in. They will throw a phrase in. It will often be something that gets said over and over and over and over again because they don't really think about it. Often just or or whatever. But some people have like a word or a phrase, right?
Yeah, like it could be or it could be anything like that.
So funny that you say that, because here I'm going to share my screen really quickly.
Which is show challenging for those of you listening on audio.
Right.
Which is
an episode that I have been working on an edit for currently. Now, do you see the highlighted block here?
Yeah.
That is 1 minute of audio.
Got it.
How many times do you think this guest says, how many times do you think the guest says,
Oh, is it the guest that is saying that?
The guest in 1 minute.
That looks like that's at least 5 or 10.
15 times.
Wow. Now, is this guest someone that is staying this isn't just a 1 minute guest. This is a guest that's with them the entire episode.
The entire episode. Yeah. And she's very interesting and she's got a lot of good stuff to say, but oh my God, she says, so goddamn often.
So what do you do in that particular case?
Fucking cut them all out as best you can.
Do you cut the or do you just cut the minute?
No, you cut the whole. This is that client that we are doing whatever we got to do for.
Surgical editing. I love it.
Right, right.
This goes to show you the lengths at which we will go in order to make a client happy. This is taken a let's call it 45-minute long episode and cutting out 15 minutes of content because the content isn't relevant to the overall topic that they want to talk about.
Right, exactly. In this case, it's actually an episode that is an hour and how long is it? An hour and 10.
Yeah.
And I have cut 30 minutes.
Wow.
No, it's more like an hour 20, and I've cut 30 minutes out of it so far.
All right. I sent you an email, or maybe it was a text about a week or two ago. Because you have asked me questions like this, like how many, I think I said to you, well, how many hours did you put into it? And you said 7 hours into editing this episode. And I just happened, because I listen to the Daily all the time. So I put up I asked Google a question. How long does it take to edit an episode of the Daily?
Mm-hmm.
It's an episode that makes them millions of dollars a year.
Mm-hmm.
It takes 2 to 3 hours to edit an episode of the Daily.
I was a little surprised at that, but I'm wondering if it's like obviously they release it every day, right? And it's often very timely. Like they'll talk to somebody and the episode will come out the next day. So it clearly has to be done quickly. But I get the impression that it's far more than 2 or 3 man hours, right? Like it seems like they've got multiple people behind the scenes that put clips and stuff in. But, I thought the same thing about like live TV when we were on live with Regis and Kelly.
Right.
They fucking fly by the seat of their pants. It's unbelievable. There is so little planning that goes into that show, and it just goes because they do it every single day.
But what's interesting about what you say, and I think that we are probably products of our own machine here. It's that I'm going to say this. I want to say it gently to our community of listeners here, because I know you guys have been with us for a really long time. I'm not saying we don't care about the content. But I'm saying that I think you guys know us well enough to know when we're talking something serious and we're talking something humorous, and our personalities. My feeling is I don't want to have to master and edit so deeply into the content and even into the sound that it's going to completely change the meaning. Look, if I don't want to say it, I'm not going to say it. Or if I am going to say it, I'm going to assume it's going to make it. Why would you need to edit out 30 minutes of an hour and 10-minute long episode? Just don't say the shit that you were going to say.
If only it was that easy. And when we have a guest on the show, they're not professionals. I get it, right? And they're going to repeat words and stuff. And when you do an interview, you do not write questions ahead of time, but it's because you've done it so often. You know what to ask, you know how to flow. Since you said that, I'm sharing my screen again. I want you to look at one question from, this is one question from one of our clients.
That's a minute and a half question there.
Forgetting how long it is. I just I don't actually want to say it because they may be listeners, and if they hear it, then they'll know it's them, and I don't want to make fun of them. But wow, I mean,
I see what I think is going on here, and I'm not even reading it. I don't even have to read it to know. I'm just going to ask you, and maybe you can give me the answer just based upon your experience with this particular client.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like they're editorializing as they are asking the question?
No, I feel like they have no fucking idea what they want. Well, yes, they are editorializing, but if you read this question, and it is just a total fucking disaster of like random thoughts. And is he editorializing? Yes, he's editorializing, but he's got like 10 thoughts that he's trying to squeeze all of them in. And then he's come up with 5 different questions that he's also trying to put in one question, and he's mixing it all together and making it up in his head as he's saying it. And every time he asks a question, it's like this. This is not the exception.
But look at the last. Don't read it, but look at the last sentence in that paragraph. It's not even a question. Right. It's just a statement. I'm like, okay, did you mean to not ask a question, or are you just adding to the conversation?
Well, it's actually funny that you say that, because this was the part, everything that I've blown up and highlighted here, that's what I actually cut out. Okay, but this is the continuation here. Let me just blow it up for you so you can see it, because this is also basically what happens when, after he finishes editorializing, we get this. So it's, what's the culture? What's the category?
Okay.
What's the category? He asks 5 goddamn questions.
I think part of it is this. Part of it is I want to say part of it is inexperience as an interviewer, but I also want to say that I don't know that is it. I think that in this particular case, this host, and again, I don't know if Nice Guy Community, if this is translating to you so you get it or not. What we love to do with our clients, We love to help them create their interview, not each one, but we want to help them create the format for their interview. And we want to share with them, here are the tools that you could use in order to ask good questions. First thing you got to realize is, if you're an interviewer, as my brother would say, it's like, great interview, Doug. Hey, can I offer some advice? Yeah. Could you shut up and let the guests talk? Mm-hmm. So ask your question, get out of the way, and just write down your 5 questions that you think that you're going to ask. Whether you go to that list or not, irrelevant. But if you look at a question that is 1 line, you won't read 10 lines of text. You'll only read 1 line. And don't ask 17 other things that are irrelevant to the answer to that question or to you asking the question if you have the one question written in front of you, because that's the way that you engage your guest. And the other thing that's cool is you're asking a question that the audience can relate to. I have that question too. When you ask a 5-paragraph question that doesn't even really have a question, your audience is thinking, what the fuck is he talking about?
100%. 100%.
Oh, God.
This has been Interview Techniques
101 with you. I know. I love our clients because there are many of them that will listen to you. And there are some clients that you are just like, did you just hear what? And there's some clients that pay your bills. I hate to say that because I don't want to be so like polarizing to, I either love my clients or I hate my clients. I love my clients, the ones that listen, because we have 1,600 episodes of experience and 10 years of it. And yes, you don't have to fear shooting the shit with your co-hosts, but if you're doing an interview, why not do the interview?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree. Anyway, now that we got that out of our system, so have you been paying any attention to what Trump has done in his first 3 days in office?
No. Well, I think okay. So let me see if I can understand, if I can tell you what I think was going to happen.
Oh, not what actually did happen? You want to tell me what you thought was going to happen? What
I thought was going to happen based upon what I've heard through whatever sources like the Daily and some other things that I've been listening to, but I'm not 100% sure of anything that he's done. I think he was going to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America.
Yep, that's one thing that he wants to do. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that he was going to take away all of the rights that trans and queer people have.
Yep, that's basically it. Yep, he wants to set 2 genders, male and female. And
great.
That's it.
I think that he is going to pull all of the immigration birthright plans out of the. So if a child is born here in the U.S., there are very, very few circumstances in which a child would be considered an American citizen, which is, by the way, a constitutional amendment.
You are correct. It is the 14th Amendment. It explicitly says if you're born in this country, you are a citizen. And he basically said, nah, I don't think so.
I believe that one of the things that he was going to do is kill all the Jews. Is that right? Wait, that was Hitler.
No, that was Hitler.
Sorry,
that was Hitler.
Sorry. I am Jewish, so I feel like it's not too soon for me to be able to share that. The other thing that he was going to do was deport everyone that is not here legally, but he considers them all. Now he's going to go back, I think, and he's going to restate it. He's going to say, no, what I meant to say was I'm going to get rid of all the criminals and people that are here illegally that have done criminal activity. But I don't care how he walks it back. It's going to be walked back incorrectly, I'm sure. So those are the 4 or 5 things that I think that and he's going to appoint Elon Musk as the official mascot of the United States with his Heil Hitler stance or something like that. I kept seeing some memes about Elon Musk doing the Heil Hitler sign. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah.
Okay, that's all I know about our government today. Tell me what have I gotten right and wrong?
Yeah, no, I mean, as if that's not enough. Yeah, let's see. He sent 1,500 troops down to the border, like National Guard and military to kick everybody out.
Oh, and stop supplying aid to Ukraine.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with that. I have not actually. He did say he was going to end the war. That was going to happen even like his first day in office, which obviously that hasn't happened yet. But yeah, let's say he pardoned every one of the January 6th.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Proud Boys.
Yeah.
All the Proud Boys.
1,500 people. And of course, there's the Fraternal Order of Police, the largest police union in the country, basically came out and said, what the fuck are you doing? There are people that beat our officers and you're just letting them go. You didn't say you were going to do that. And of course, he did fucking say that he was going to do that. They just heard him say, oh, you're just going to release all the nonviolent ones, right? Like, yeah, I know, Don, I know you didn't specifically say you only want to release the nonviolent ones, but that's really what you meant, right? No, not at all what he meant, actually.
So I think there was some Capitol Police that were killed
there were 4 Capitol policemen that were killed.
Mm-hmm. And are the people that are being held for the Capitol Police killings, were they all let go also?
Yep.
That seems a little odd.
Yep.
That seems like that would create a revolt of its own from the police force to from that Fraternal Order of Police to the executive branch of the government, wouldn't it?
You would think.
Can you imagine if you're the family of those police officers and he let them get, like, the hatred that has got to have transpired as a result of that?
There's a Capitol Police officer who I saw a tweet from him, and he said, hey, just got home from 14 hours of protecting the Capitol, turned on my TV to find out that our president pardoned every person that attacked the Capitol and attacked my brethren. Hey, make America great again. Like, he's basically like, fuck the fuck right off. Like, why do I even do this? Right? Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's ridiculous.
Okay. All right. And what about the other things? Was I right on all of them?
There's so damn many. Let's see. We are no longer in the Paris climate accord again.
Right. Damn French.
Oh my God. There's just so many. It's so ridiculous. It's so fucking ridiculous. It's insane. So
welcome to the United States of America.
Welcome to hell. Yes, exactly.
And the only I'm pretty sure the only people that have rights anymore are old white men that aren't gay.
You're correct. You are 100% correct.
Well, as long as we fall into that category, Strick, I don't see anything wrong. That is the stupidest
anybody
thing ever.
That's in the military, if you are gay and in the military, you basically, you can't let anybody know that you're gay. If you're trans in the military, you're not supposed to be there anymore. It's pretty fucking ridiculous and horrible, and it's just unbelievable. Don't even know what to say.
Let's move on to brighter things. We have voicemails, don't we?
We do have voicemails here. Let's do this here. We'll share my screen, and
when you hit the voicemail theme song, there will be no interruption today.
Really?
Let me tell you why. When you are playing the theme song from Jared, I am going to grab a beer out of my refrigerator as you do it. I think if I play my cards right, how long is that theme song music?
29 seconds.
I don't think I can get back quickly enough. I can't get back quickly enough to even interrupt or to even make the beginning of the message. So I'm going to go grab a beer, open the beer. No, you know what? If I go there and I get one of the canned beers that I have a can of Michelob Ultra, I could probably be back before the end of the theme song.
This is the strategy and the complicated things that we work on while we are doing the nice guys.
I have my runway. I have a clear path to the refrigerator in the garage to get my beer. The question is, will I be able to put my earbuds on quickly enough? Kind of like the pit team, the pit crew. It's like you got to be able to work this strategy really well.
Okay, so when the F1 was in Vegas last year, and I watched a couple of F1 things. A typical NASCAR pit stop is, I don't know, it's like 12 to 15 seconds or something, depending on what they have to do. Do you know how long a F1 pit stop is?
Wait, and didn't you just tell me?
No, that's NASCAR.
Oh, I forget the difference. So the NASCAR is like the one that looks like a funny car, and the Formula F1 is the one that looks like the little jet, right?
Well, NASCAR looks like a regular car you drive on the street.
Yeah,
kinda,
and the other one looks like the four big wheels. They don't have covers on them, and they're just looks like a little jet on wheel, just a little like cigar with four wheels attached to it.
Yeah. Here,
Okay.
I'm gonna pull up. I'm on YouTube now.
Okay.
NASCAR pit stop. Oh, here, fastest. Let's look at the the fastest NASCAR pit stop of 2022.
Okay.
Right? We'll just flip through a couple of these. Oh, look at that right below F1 NASCAR pit stop. This is
okay.
Perfect. Okay.
Well, wait, before you hit it though, can I get, do I have the ability to guess? Because I can't see any of the, okay. So I'm going to say faster than NASCAR would be the F1, because the F1, it just seems like it's a rocket with wheels. So I'm going to say NASCAR is slower than the F1. I'm going to say the F1, the NASCAR is probably, I think you just told me it was like 15 seconds. So I'm going to say the F1 is probably like I don't know, 8 seconds, something half time.
Well, here we go. Let's
Texas
take a look.
Was
all right. Commercials.
Yeah,
okay, here we go.
Okay, skip the ad.
Okay. To hit the heights of the race car. That means the race car doesn't drag the racetrack.
So this is the number 19th fastest one, 15.8 seconds. I'm going to skip to the end and let's see what the really fast are, all right? So this is the number one fastest pit stop of NASCAR for 2000. Right? I think it's comparable.
All right, so we are watching now.
Here, and
car pulling into the pit.
For those of you who are watching, which is nobody,
right?
Here I'm gonna count like when we start, right? Okay, so it hasn't stopped yet, so the timer hasn't started running on the pit stop yet, but he's pulling into the pit and right there, boom. Okay, changing the tires,
changing the four tires
pumping
out.
The gas.
There's like 8 guys that falling,
falling away, running. Oh, now they're gassing it up. That's actually surprising. Oh, because they do one side of the car at a time. Boom, and it's done.
And how much time was that? It was 13 seconds.
13.8 seconds or something.
Okay, a couple things that I saw that we could probably improve upon. Number one, there was a guy with a beer in his hand. The other thing that I noticed, so one guy tripped behind it. The guy putting in the gas, he so casually approached the car, though. It seemed like, couldn't he have started sooner, or maybe not?
Knocking 1 or 2 seconds off of a pit stop is unbelievably valuable in NASCAR. And it is kind of crazy to me because I watch these guys, they're going fast, but it just doesn't look efficient. It's like, I would think there's got to be a more efficient
Why is there guys
way.
running around the car? Do they have a certain number of people they're allowed to put in the car on the pit crew? Like, could you have 20 people that are just okay? Right. All right. So that's first. Now,
well, maybe because you got to jack up one side and then you got to jack up the other side. But I don't know. But are you ready for the F1 pit stop?
Hold on. The F1. There's like 17 guys that are just standing waiting for the car to like insert itself into the crew. Okay, go ahead.
You ready?
Yes.
Watch this shit.
That was 13 seconds. So here's the
here we go. Fastest F1 versus fastest nearly 20. Okay, here we go. Watch this.
Oh my God. So pulling in. He's now doing it. Everybody's getting around the. What the fuck? How the hell did they do that?
Right?
How? No, they didn't even touch the car. They just put it up and put it down again. Okay. 6. Wait a minute. Go back.
Totally. Here.
Go back a second. It's nearly 20 people. The F1.
20 people, one lug nut per wheel.
Oh, that's what it was. Only one lug nut per wheel. But where did they probably didn't give it gas then?
I don't know how it works, but they do. I mean, really, I think they gas them up.
I think it runs on a fuel cell.
Well, no, there is something with NASCAR, it has to be gravity fed gas, but there is something, I don't know how they do it. There's something with F1 where they vacuum force it in.
I know what it is. The driver, eats at Uncle Julio's, and it's methane powered. That's how it works. Corn and methane powered. So show me one more time the F1 pit stop.
Yeah, and by the way, for those of you who are unaware, the fastest F1 pit stop time, 1.92 seconds.
It's 6
under 2 seconds. It's the sickest thing. If you've never seen an F1 pit stop, you should Google it because it's fucking sick.
Can you blow up the screen bigger than that? I want to see the click that one, right? Exactly.
Okay, you ready?
Okay, just back ahead and play it.
All right, here we go.
Okay, I want to see this one more time. 1.92 seconds.
Okay, here we go. Pulling in. Stops, back up, pull, go, and they're gone. He's done.
He did put gas in the car.
Yeah.
They did. The guy way in the back, he put the gas in. That's amazing.
It's sick. It's so ridiculous. Now let's watch this is actually an 8-second NASCAR pit stop, which is pretty fucking fast, but it's still 4 times as long.
The gas is going in. The guy's wearing a backpack that's got gasoline.
That doesn't look like 8. Because they only did 2 tires.
Hey,
so that was 8 seconds, but they didn't do the 2 tires on the other side.
I noticed that he spilled some gas. Did you notice that?
They do it with NASCAR, man. They that shit just boom.
Whoa! Trying to see where the gas. Trying to see where the gas guy is. I don't even know where the gas guy is.
So
six crew, 4 tires and a refuel.
Starting position. We expect to see Ryan Hunter-Reay in
fucking crazy how fast these guys do what they do. Can you put a link in the show notes that will have this YouTube video on it so that everybody?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll make sure it gets.
That's fucking crazy. Okay. Oh,
all right. Now, are you going to do when you go to grab your beer? Is this going to be a NASCAR pit stop or an Indy or an F1 pit stop?
Well, it's totally. Well, what happens is if I get the beer, do I have to consume it before I go? That's the question. I don't have to change my tires, fart, or take my shoes or socks off at this time. So I am just going to, it's so funny what caused that whole thing to get done. I said, I'm going to run there, and you automatically thought that's going to happen. Okay.
Exactly.
Go ahead. Tell me when you're going to play it. And just to get to my door is going to take me 12 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll be back. You just go ahead and play. I'll be back.
All right. You ready? Here we go.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
Hey, Doug, Rick, Jared here.
Oh, dude, you came back in just at the end of the music and had your ears in, but Jared had started talking because I did not leave any gap in between.
I walked there, but I ran back. I have no idea if the refrigerator door is still open.
Oh, God, that's funny.
Oh, my God. I brought a can of beer, and I slammed it down so hard on my desk. It's probably going to foam up when I open it, but
oh, God.
Let's see. No, did good. It did good. Wow. Okay. I promised I wasn't going to interrupt too late. Go ahead.
All right. Here we go.
Hey, Doug, Rick, Jared here. So you guys are talking about voicemails, getting ready to start them, and you're like, hey, anybody hasn't reached out in a while, call in, leave a message, share the love. But, guys, you send out mixed messages, man. I got to be honest with you. Personally, it cracks me up when you get frustrated with 13 voicemails. I love it. So I try to leave as many as I feel like, makes sense. But there's other people that be like, I don't want to cause them any headache or make them, feel bad about getting a bunch of voicemails. So that being said, do you want a lot of voicemails? If you do, maybe not complain when you got 13 voicemails. Like, we got 13 goddamn voicemails. Holy shit, we got to hurry up and get to these. You make it sound like you don't really want them. So,
oh, God.
Anyways, I love the show, and I know a lot of other people love the show, and a lot of us just don't follow directions in the first place. But we're going to do what we think is going to make you the happiest. Doug and Strick, which means it's not going to call. Me, I'm just going to do what I think's going to piss you off. Well, maybe. Yeah, there's probably some truth in that. All right, fellas. Appreciate you guys on the show, and thank you. It's been a good episode so far, and just thank you for being you, and I'm glad to be able to tune in Fridays and hear you guys. All right, fellas. See ya.
So what I'm getting from Jared is that he wants us to be consistent and to not bitch. I don't think that's going to happen.
That's the premise of the entire show: inconsistently and bitching. That's it. Don't you know, Jared? And I think you do. If you left this, if the group left too many voicemails, we're going to complain. If we didn't get enough, we're going to complain. There is no happy. You know, I think I've said this expression before on the show, or talked about my mom before on the show. My mom has said to me many times when I'm at my house and I don't answer the phone, she'd be like, you're working too hard. You're working too hard. You really need to slow down. And if I'm not working enough, because I'm like, what's going on? How come I've been able to reach you so easily? Are you okay? Are you have enough money? Or she thinks I'm like a big failure. So there's never the happy ground of, Mom, you call me sometimes and I'm too busy, and other times you call me and I'm not busy enough. I don't know that I'm ever going to make you happy. Well, it's your mother's duty to worry. I'm like, stop worrying about me. Everything's fine. Jared, we will never be satisfied. Just know that. And we will sell no wine before it's time. Whose expression? Whose slogan was that?
That was Ernest and Julio Gallo, and it was said by Orson Welles. Yeah.
Hold on a second. We will sell no wine before it's time. Holy shit! It was Orson Welles for Paul Masson wines.
Oh, Paul Masson. Shit, I was 50% right. I knew it was
1979.
Yeah. Yeah. It's about right.
I did. You gotta, okay, go over to YouTube. Can you play this? Because people will love this.
Yeah, I could play that. Play the clip if they haven't heard it.
They will have it. And it is, you know what? I don't even recall what Orson Welles looked like until I watched that. And I'm like, oh, that I totally remember him now. And I remember this commercial. This is the Orson Welles Paul Masson wine commercial. Play the third one down, I think it is. Where is it?
Here we go.
Yeah.
In my family, we think the wine you drink the most should be the best. We like Paul Masson's Burgundy. It's smooth and rich. We serve it to our friends, and now a lot of them are serving it to their friends. Why don't you join us? Next time you go shopping, you're choosing a wine, make it Paul Masson Burgundy. Paul Masson himself said it nearly a century ago. We will sell no wine before it's time.
There is hang on, I wonder if it's on here. Orson Welles.
Will we get bumped from YouTube because we play that, or from Apple
Probably,
Podcasts?
but fuck it. Who cares? Frozen peas. Wait a minute. Is this it? Because there's a Rosebud frozen peas. I think this is it. This is where he complains.
Nothing is more important than the simple act of people getting together.
Oh, he loses his shit here. He loses his shit.
Yeah.
We know a remote farm in Lincolnshire
This is it.
where Mrs. Buckley lives. Every July, peas grow there. Do you really mean that?
Yeah, so in other words, I'd start half a second late.
Don't you think you really want to say July over the snow? Isn't that the fun of it?
If you can make it almost when that shot disappears, it'll make my...
I think it's so nice that you see a snow-covered field and say every July peas grow there. We know a remote farm in Lincolnshire where Mrs. Buckley lives. Every July, peas grow there. We aren't even in the fields, you see.
Yeah, I'm going to skip forward a bit.
Impossible. Meaningless.
I think all they were thinking about was...
Idiotic, if you'll forgive me by saying so. That's just stupid. In July. I'd love to know how you emphasize in July.
Sit still, but who the hell are you anyway?
No, I'm the engineer.
Well, why the hell are you asking me for another one?
Well, I I thought there was a slight bonk, and I would just like to be safe.
Jesus. What is a gonk? You mind telling me what that is?
A bang from outside.
A bang from outside.
Norway. Fish fingers, Findus, Norway. We know a certain fjord in Norway, near where the cod gather in great shoals.
Okay, now here was the Pinky and the Brain making fun of that.
That can unite
this is the
us.
best too. There's an ad. Hold on.
Okay.
Fucking ad. Captain America bullshit. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Here we go.
Ready to go, Brain?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to run the picture and you read the copy. Animaniacs 406-859, take one.
We know a remote farm in Lincolnshire where Mrs. Buckley lives. Every July, peas grow there. Do you really mean that?
Yeah, but if you could start a half second later.
Don't you think you really want to say July over the snow? Isn't that the fun of it? I think it's so nice that you see a snow-covered field and say every July peas grow there. We're talking about them growing and she's picked them.
Well, we want to be out of that snowy field.
But I was out. We were onto a can of peas, a big dish of peas when I said in July.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, always. I'm always past that.
You are?
Yes.
Can you emphasize a bit in July?
Why? That doesn't make any sense. Sorry. There's no known way of saying an English sentence in which you begin a sentence with in and emphasize it. Get me a jury and show me how you can say in July and I'll make cheese for you. That's just idiotic, if you'll forgive my saying so. That's just stupid. In July.
Okay, so here
You
we
wouldn't
go.
direct any living actor like this in Shakespeare the way you do this. It's impossible.
Well, you did the first 6 lines and...
The right reading for this is the one I'm giving it.
At the moment.
I heard that. You are such pests. Now, what is it you want?
Okay, let's skip forward.
What is a gonk? Do you mind telling me what that is?
There we go, the gong.
It's like a narf, but from outside.
Like a narf, but from outside.
So can we just have one more go, Brain?
No, absolutely not. There's no money in the world worth this kind of aggravation. If you want this done, you'll just have to find some actor who does impressions. Good luck and good day.
All right, are you all here to audition for the part of the Brain?
Yes, always.
Oh, he got back there.
On second thought, fellas, let's try it again, shall we?
Righto, Brain.
But Pinky, remember, we must be finished by 6.
What, Brain? What are we gonna do
You do
tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
They're Pinky and the Brain, 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 Brain.
Okay, now I know which intro I got to use today. But yeah, so that was the I'll put links to all that shit in the show notes. But it's so perfect. It's like he does exactly the Orson Welles, and then he's like, fuck this, and he walks out, and he's like, he sees hundreds of people auditioning to do his gig.
Did they threaten to take Orson Welles' job away, or was that just that was just Pinky reacting to the fact that there was another 100 Pinky-like people out in the lobby?
Well, that was the gag. Was that Orson Welles, if I remember correctly, actually did just walk out. He's just like, fuck this. I'm a professional actor and you guys are idiots and I'm leaving. And so the gag was that when Pinky or when the Brain did that, he walked out, realized that there are hundreds of other voice actors that could do exactly what he does and thought, maybe I'm not as important as I think I am.
Personally, I think that Orson Welles did not learn the rules of rock and roll. And rule number 1 of rock and roll is?
Well, rule number 1 is don't get dead.
Okay. Then rule number 2 is?
If you're paying, we're playing.
Exactly. At what point does Orson Welles think he is beyond or above that? He's no longer living, correct?
No, he's dead. He's dead. I don't know when he died, but
sorry.
He's
God rest
not
his
around
soul.
anymore,
Rest in
yeah.
peace, Orson Welles. Thank you. And Rosebud to you. If you don't know what Rosebud is, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
It's the fucking sled, people. It's the sled. All right. Rosebud is the sled. If you don't know what I'm talking about, do one of two things. Either watch Citizen Kane, or 2, watch the movie Soylent Green.
Soylent Green? Is that in Soylent Green?
No, but Soylent Green, spoiler alert, is people. Soylent Green is people. People. You don't know what that means. Do one of two things. Watch Soylent Green, the movie, or watch Citizen Kane.
Okay. We're like way off on the tangent here. Let's get to the last two voicemails, and then I got to go get some dinner. All right.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick here. Voicemail number 2, I think. Anyways, you listened to my voicemail about Bitcoin and buying Bitcoin stock in a Bitcoin company. And, yeah, Doug, that's
Wait a minute.
ETF.
Hold it. Hold, please.
Or I did.
Did his previous message, did he mention Bitcoin?
Dude, he talked for like 2 minutes about how your Bitcoin isn't really Bitcoin. You actually don't own any Bitcoin.
That was 2 weeks ago. That was not this past voicemail, the one that you just played, voicemail number 1. That was, you're asking me to remember what you did last week.
Well, he did talk quite a bit about it. He seemed very passionate about the fact that you did not own Bitcoin.
Can you back up about 5 seconds so that I can get the full Bitcoin thing going?
Here we go.
Buying Bitcoin stock in a Bitcoin company. And, yeah, Doug, that's an ETF. Or I did look at Robinhood. So Robinhood, you can actually buy Bitcoin where you actually get a wallet, or they keep and they're the custody of your Bitcoin. I didn't look at it that close, but if you were buying what's traded on the NASDAQ, it is a Bitcoin ETF, and there's about 15 of them.
Ooh.
And that is not Bitcoin. So you are doing something different. You're not going to get Bitcoin on the New York Stock Exchange. You're getting someone who buys a set amount of Bitcoin, and then it kind of follows that. So there's no real asset there for you. You're just gambling on their purchase of Bitcoin. So that whoever put that together owns the Bitcoin. So you don't own the Bitcoin. You're trading shares of that. And I'm probably doing a horrible job of explaining it. But you're either buying Bitcoin through Robinhood, and I'm guessing they're keeping it. But if you're certain it's a thing that's traded on the stock exchange, it's an ETF, which is completely different. So, all right, buddy. So once again, like I said, I think there's like 12 to 15 ETFs that do the same thing. One of them happens to have the label BTC. The others are labeled other things, but they kind of all do the same thing. So hope that helps. And after listening to this episode, it sounds like you don't have a whole lot of money in it like I thought you did. So in the long run, it's not even that big of a deal anyway. So, all right, fellas, appreciate you guys, and great episode. See ya.
All I know is that Bitcoin today, maybe it's the ETF, maybe it's the whatever, but Bitcoin is at up to $103,777 per share. I have paid the average cost of $32,000, $32,561. I'm up 218%. It's through Robinhood, and I don't care whether I own Bitcoin, an ETF, other shares. I don't care whether I own Ford or General Motor, and they're calling it Bitcoin. If I'm up 218.64%, and they say that I could cash out at any point, then I feel good. Hey, did you get your distribution check from our commercial property we own together today?
I did. Well, I got an email today saying that I would have money in my account, which is nice.
Oh, and you didn't immediately go and check your account to make sure the money made it there?
No, I trusted them that it actually was there. I did not actually.
I've checked on it 3 or 4 times today just to make sure that they didn't take out the money that they deposited in my account.
Oh my God.
This has been a really good investment. We've gotten anywhere between 9 and 12%, plus the equity. Now, I don't know if you were a part of this commercial investment, the commercial property investment, but did you also get they sold one of the parcels? Were you a part of that property?
No, you told me about that one. That was I only bought that very first one.
Yeah, well, I bought 2 since then, and man, they're doing really well. And that's notwithstanding the fact that we still have the equity in the property, that if they ever sell the property or when they sell the property, we'll get that too. So I'm feeling pretty good about that.
I agree. Totally agree.
So far, so good. All right, let's play voicemail number 3. Then let's take care of your hangriness, and we will be out of here. We're now an hour into the episode.
We're an hour in. We're allowed to stop now. Yeah.
Okay.
After we play the last voicemail.
Doug, Strickland, JD here.
JD.
Hey, you guys are going on about Apple and the whole USB thing and standardization. Funny part about that was I know that Strickland already gives Doug crap about inferior products and all that, but I went with Apple because they didn't change their plug. I originally was a Samsung fan. I had a Flip, I had a Blackjack, I had a Blackjack 2, I had a BlackBerry Pearl, and a Motorola Razr, and every time they would change their plugs. I know, from one brand to another, but Samsung changed their plugs from one to another. And Apple at the time when they first came out didn't do it. Like they went 3 generations without changing their plug. So I didn't have to buy all these accessories to go with it. And ever since then, I've stuck with Apple. So just throwing it out there. All right. Take it easy. Have a great day. Bye.
Yeah, he's referencing like BlackBerry and stuff, man. That's like I had a Motorola Razr for a while too, and that's old school. So yeah,
I had the Palm Trio. I don't remember if you
Treo.
remember.
No, Treo.
Treo.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
you're right.
Palm
Yeah,
Treo.
you're right about that. I think I bought the first iPhone that came. I mean, I didn't buy the first one, but the first model,
series,
model number 1, and I've never turned back. And they've changed it to the lightning cable from that other jack that they were using, and they removed the headphone jack and instead replaced it with the nothing. That's right. It was nothing. But I've stayed with them, and I've enjoyed it. I've gotten, I think about the amount of time that I have spent on my phone, and if you do that per the difference in the investment that you make, I feel like it's negligible. For me, I'm like, who cares if I spent $1,000 on the phone versus $400 on the phone? I spend my entire day with that fucker in my hand.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You just keep making that argument. That's fine. That's fine.
Well, and I have my $3,000 trackpad. Right? Got that too.
But it's got the real Apple logo on it, so it makes it worth it.
I don't even know that there is an Apple logo. It's on. It's on. I didn't even realize it. They put it on the bottom. Okay, I think we've done enough here. We've done enough damage for today. I think if we haven't pissed off a bunch of clients that are listening to the show enough to turn them off to wanting to use us, all I can tell you, Strickland, is do this. Go to your email right now and look at the most recent email from our valuable client, Mr. Eric Dyson, on Be More Than a Fiduciary. That is the name of his show. We gave Eric just a little tiny, we put Eric in what we call the hot seat yesterday. And the hot seat is where a podcaster can share all of the challenges and things that they're having as problematic with their podcast, or the things that need a solution. We shared a solution to a problem that he was having, and read the email, the 1-line email that he sent.
That's absolutely brilliant.
We shared with Eric how to get a sponsor for his show. Easy, a non like salesy approach to getting sponsorship. And could you read the 1-line email that he sent back to us?
Pretty amazing. I'm actually replying to it right now. We're good. We're very good.
No, I mean, literally read the 1 line that he wrote back.
Oh, I should actually read it.
Yeah, read the line. He would probably appreciate you reading the line.
I added a question to my Acuity scheduling app asking about any interest in sponsorship and included dollar amounts. First guest to sign up for a slot after that went live checked yes. That's right. We make a suggestion on Wednesday, and on Thursday, cha-ching, people are making money.
So who typically are the clients that benefit from the services that we provide, Strick? If you would have to say.
That's a really good question. I would say the ones who do what we tell them to do.
There is a valuable lesson. Rely upon the experts that have 10,000 hours of expertise in the space. Just listen to us. We don't want to lead you wrong. In the meantime, let's head out of here so Strickland get his anitizers. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. Seriously, it'll only hurt for a minute. And don't worry, I'll be fine.